Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fan. The first of 3 on this Thanksgiving. Glad. First and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. 36 yards. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion man is Hyatt. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Yo, keep him on. Keep him on. You go back and play the game. Keep him on. So we taking the trash out after you done with the game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes Otten in motion. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Force 3rd down.
Here's a designed run. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. From out of the gun, here's May. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past? Because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Motion man set right. They're going. It's May. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 91 yards. Touchdown, New England. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one. Now give on the ground. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he will score. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He connects with Gray on that one. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with May. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Wow, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Patriots first down. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. May to the air once more. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 3rd and long, here's May. He's going to take a shot down the field.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Now, faking the give. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes Otten in motion. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Motion man is Hyatt. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He has Hyatt complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll go with a counter on first down. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Quick throw here is complete. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Backed up to the 3. It's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Slides at the point, up and good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, New England.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here comes Otten in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The third quarter begins with a run. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Big lineman Alim McNeil ends the play there. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man is the rookie from Arkansas. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, New England. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Patriots have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll throw here on third and short yardage. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Detroit.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. And not much there. Down to about the 13. Here's a second and 9. Back to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Second down and 8. From out of the gun, here's May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Off the play fake, here's May. That one intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Lions. Sly now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Lions go up by 7, 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. At their own 30-yard line. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's second and 6. Throwing now is May. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Throwing on third down is May. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense, and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a handoff, running right. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down the sideline, inside the 25. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. A short one there to Otten. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cade Otten. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. May going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Gregg. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A gain of 48. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. May to the air once more. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Field goal would only do so much. They need a touchdown to close the gap. It is 4th down and goal. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, New England. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats back within 7. It's 35-28. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. You try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Detroit. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
What can they do here on third down and 7? They'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Laporta. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. Now a give on the ground. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's third down. Throwing now from the gun. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got it! And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Next, the score, Lions 38, Patriots 35.
A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Ultra ground music, riding in the good, not used. Tighten up, you a lose. I approve. I bet I stamped and approve. Straight ultra ground make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is going around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You need a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, second phone buzzing. and just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you know. Grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit. You at? She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She gotta make it. Rubbing it, just caught up. Then she got me playing down, painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them brands of the bed. I'm in Miami, so knowing the bands of Denzel. I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, oh, about to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in your eyes.